What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another update on Hoppy. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so it's been just over a week since I covered Hoppy for the last time, and honestly not a whole lot has changed since that video. Hoppy did continue breaking out to the upside a little bit, but now it's pulling back. And what's interesting about Hoppy pulling back right now is if you look at Ethereum is actually starting to break out. However, if you look at a lot of other meme coins, a lot of meme coins are also pulling back. That tells me that there's still some indecisiveness in the market. It honestly makes perfect sense from an Ethereum standpoint though. The level that I've been telling you guys to watch is this 41 to 4200 range. We need to get back above this previous cycle high. Ethereum has been rejected off this level 2 different times and almost got rejected a third time. In my humble opinion, altcoins are not truly going to be bullish until Ethereum gets back above this level. So as I said, Hoppy's been pulling back a little bit. But what's interesting about the Hoppy chart is in my opinion, it's actually forming a cup and handle pattern. I think this is actually a crystal clear cup and then now this is forming the handle. And whether or not you want to call this a handle, you could also call it a bull flag. But I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. From a technical analysis standpoint, Hoppy is not truly bullish until we can get back above this 25 million range. I know a lot of people are wanting Hoppy to explode, but in my opinion, a lot of traders and whales are not going to be interested in Hoppy unless it gets back above this level. But if it can get back above that 25 million range, then it absolutely could start a macro uptrend. And that's when you're truly going to see the community start coming back together. That's just the reality of the situation. Everyone loves green candles. So keep your eyes on this 25 million range. Obviously, Hoppy's not very close to that right now, but it's a very important level. Now, what is bullish for altcoins in general, though, is, as I said, Ethereum is starting to break out. But if you look at Bitcoin dominance, it got rejected off of the 200-day. For the last week or so, I've been talking about how we initially lost the 200-day, and then the main thing that I wanted to see was a rejection off of this level, and that is exactly what has happened. Textbook. And now we would love to see this come down here and put in a lower low. But even if it doesn't play out that way and we do see another Bitcoin dominance breakout, we just want to see a lower macro high. Something that would not be a great look is if price action came up here and put in a higher high, especially because we've already came down here and put in a lower low. But regardless, this looks much better than it did. If we come over here and we look at the crypto market in general, you can see that the crypto market's pretty indecisive right now, at least over the weekend. From a price action standpoint, Bitcoin has barely moved over the last day, and it's actually down 0.13% over the last week. And if you look at volume right now, you can see that the volume is pretty low, especially if you come over to meme coins. You can see Dogecoin's volume is only 1.5 billion. Pepe is under 600 million again. This is to kind of be expected though because it is a weekend. Weekends are almost always going to be low volume. But if we come over here and we look at Hoppy and CoinMarketCap, you can see that Hoppy's volume is actually still very solid. Hoppy's volume is 3.3 million, which is almost 30% of the market cap. You'll see that a lot of projects out there only have like 10% from a volume to market cap ratio. So if you have a lot higher than that, then it definitely shows some interest in a project. And you can see that a lot of the volume right now is coming from Gate.io, Bitmart, and Poloniex. Gate.io has 21.4%, Bitmart 18.9%, and Poloniex 24%. Now, if we come over here and we look at Hoppy on X, not a whole lot has changed. They did actually get posted by HTX DAO on July 25th, and you can see they got posted right here with 2 flame emojis. Now, there's actually been some speculation as to what the flame emojis mean though, but it's nice to see that HTX is posting Hoppy. So realistically speaking, this is where the Hoppy community needs to be very active. Show the strength of Hoppy's community. But if you scroll down, there hasn't really been any major news, especially not since my last video. But again, that's to kind of be expected because the entire market's been a little bit stagnant. Ethereum had that very strong breakout, but then we've just been seeing some major consolidation, especially if you look at Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, you can see that it's in a clear bull flag right now. But what I do really like to see about Bitcoin is that we're holding above the 21-day. And now at this point, we have very oversold stochastics. In my humble opinion, Bitcoin could absolutely rip from here. Is that guaranteed to happen? No, it's not. But from a technical analysis standpoint, Bitcoin looks pretty good. But there's always macro news that could also outweigh that. But honestly, that's about it for the update today. Again, if you guys are watching Hoppy, then watch this bull flag or cup and handle pattern. Ideally, we would love to see Hoppy get back above this 25 million range. I know that's still a little ways away, but it could absolutely help create a macro uptrend. But as you guys know, I've been talking about Hoppy for a very long time. In fact, I first posted it in my Discord at a $580,000 market cap. So if you guys are interested in projects like Hoppy, then I recommend taking a look at my Discord. If you look through the all-time gainer list, we've hit some massive multipliers in here. Some of these projects, you could have turned $1,000 into over $200,000, including a project like Hoppy. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. It'd be awesome to see you guys in there with us. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Hoppy. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.